Good morning, children. Today we are going to see Physics Chapter 12 Electricity and Circuits. In the introduction class for this chapter, we saw how does the electric current flow. What is electricity? What is meant by electric cell? And the conductors and insulators. All these things were discussed. So what is electricity? Electricity is the flow of current or the flow of electrons. The electric current has the charges. The electric charge is of two types. Positive is proton and the negative is electron. So when the electrons flow, electricity is detected. That is what we see in the example case, that if this is a wire having two ends A and B, A is connected to the positive end, B is connected to the negative end. The current's direction will be from the positive to the negative terminal, whereas the electrons flow will be from the negative to the positive direction, because electrons are negatively charged particles. Okay. So this is the two ways of defining the electricity. It can be either expressed as the flow of current or the flow of electrons. If it is flow of current, means it will flow in the direction of positive to negative terminal. Whereas electronic flow means from the negative terminal to the positive terminal. Then we saw about what is an electric cell. An electric cell is nothing but a component used in the electric circuit filled with the chemicals and has two ends, one positive and one negative terminal. So this is an electric cell. The top end will be positive. The projection in the top end will be considered as a positive terminal, and the flat bottom end is your negative terminal. So an electric cell will have one positive and one negative terminal. Okay, now here I have a cell. This is the positive end and this is the negative end. If I am going to connect the cell to any appliances, I will invert the other end. Now let us take this as an example of a torch light. I am going to insert the electric cells. The first cell I will connect like this towards the spring, right? The positive end is connected towards the spring and the negative end here. Now, if I connect another cell here in the reversed form like this. Okay, I am going to reverse the cell and connect to this end. So this end will be negative and this end will be positive. If I put the cells like this inside a torch, will it operate? Definitely it will not. Why? Because the two same charges, negative and negative, will not allow the current to flow through. We always want the current to flow from the positive to the negative end. So we should not put the cell in the reversed form like this. Instead, I should connect the positive end here and the negative end in the other side, connected to the spring of the torch. So this end positive and this end is negative. So the current can flow through continuously without any interruption, and the torch light will glow brightly. Understood? So always keep in your mind that the current will flow from positive to the negative terminal, and accordingly you should connect the cells. Then we discussed about conductors and insulators. Conductors means the materials which allow the current to flow through them, whereas insulators means the materials which will not allow the current to pass through them. Okay, so example for conductors is copper, water, metals, iron, aluminium. Example for insulators is eraser, wood, glass, plastic. Okay, because they are all doesn't have the capacity for the current to pass through them. Current will pass only through the conducting materials. That is why we use copper wires for connection in the electric board and all. We can use silver also for the wires, but since silver is expensive, we are not using silver wires. We prefer the copper wires. Silver is also a conducting material. You could have seen the electric man or the electric person will have the so you could have seen the electrician having the screwdrivers and all with the plastic handle. Yes, why is it so? The screwdrivers are going to repair the electric components. That time, if suppose in case of any short circuiting, the current may pass through the screwdriver also. Right? So it should not attack the human body. That is why we have the screwdrivers at the plastic handles at the other end. And the electrician, while in work, he will use rubber gloves. Why? Why is he using rubber gloves to operate any electric components or to repair any components? Because rubber is also a material which cannot pass electricity current through them. It is an insulating material, so that it is safe for him while repairing the electric components. Okay. Next, we are going to see about the electric circuit. What is meant by electric circuit? When I connect the electric components means a bulb is a component of electricity. Switch, electric cell, these are all the components used for giving connections to the electric current. Yes, the wire is also an electric component. When I connect all these components, and if I switch it on and they work in the proper condition, means then I say it as a complete circuit. Complete circuit means the current flows in this without any interruption, without any interconnections. Okay, so an electric circuit means when you connect the electric components in such a way, they are completely connected without any damages or interruptions. Then it is a complete electric circuit. So now first let us see what are the electric components. Bulb is a component, switch is a component, electric cell is a component, connecting wires is a component. Okay. In some cases you will have battery instead of the electric cell. Electric cell means one positive and one negative terminal. Right? A battery means group of cells. When I connect two or more cells here, then it acts as a battery. I cannot call that as an electric cell. I will call that group as a battery. So battery is also an electric component. What is a switch? A switch is an electric component which either breaks or completes the circuit. So look at here, I have connected a bulb with a switch and an electric cell using the connecting wires. Okay, imagine this as a simple electric circuit because all the connections are proper here. Now, if I want the bulb to glow, I should on the switch first. If the switch is off, the bulb will not glow. Right? So, I can tell the switch as A component which has the capacity to either complete the circuit when it is on and break the circuit when it is off. Break the circuit means, and it doesn't mean that I'm going to break all the components into smaller parts. Break the circuit means interrupting the current flow. Complete the circuit means giving the connection for the current to flow without any interruption. Okay, so if I want the bulb to glow, the switch is the main component there. It is giving the connection. It completes the connection. If the switch is off, the bulb will not flow because there is no connection of the current flow there. The bulb does not get any current flow for glowing because the switch is off. Okay, now you should first know about what is a bulb. How does a bulb receive the electric current? We know that the electric cell produces the current flow while traveling from the positive to the negative terminal. So now from here the current starts to flow. And if the switch is on, it will reach the bulb. If the switch is off, the current will not reach to the bulb. Right? Now let us consider the switch is on here. So the current flowing from the switch to bulb, how it makes the bulb to glow? What is happening there? How does the bulb receive the current and absorbs it and it produces the glowing effect? In a bulb, you will have a glass outer covering and inside you will have two filaments and connected to the bulb, and at the bottom you will have two ends. These two ends only, when connected to the socket, will receive the current. Okay, so you already know that an electric cell will have two ends, right? A positive end and a negative end. So the wire connected from the electric cell will be one from positive end and one from the negative end. These two wires are connected to the two ends. In the bottom of a bulb, you have the two ends. So the two wires coming from the electric cell will be connected to these two ends only. So thereby, the current flowing from the positive terminal reaches the bulb and flows through the filament of the bulb so that the bulb starts to glow, and it again, the charges will flow through the negative end. Thereby it forms a complete circuit. The current continuously flows through the bulb. There is no interruption. Okay children, so in a bulb you will have an outer cover made up of glass and inside you will have the filament and the bulb to glow, and in the bottom you will have the two ends to receive the current flow from the electric cell. So in an electric cell we already know that there are two terminals, positive terminal and negative terminal, and there will be two wires connected to it. These two wires will be connected to the two ends of the bulb and the current flow will be continuously seen from the positive to the negative terminal. So I can tell this as a complete circuit of current flow. There is no interruption at all. If in case I make any disturbance to the circuit, like changing the wire connection and giving, or connecting both the two wires to one end of the bulb itself, then there occurs an interruption and the bulb will not glow. So these are the cases where the connection is incomplete. If I mismatch the wires and connect it to the ends, or if I connect both the wires also to the same end of the bulb, then the current will not flow and it is an incomplete circuit. The bulb will not glow. Okay children, so with this I would like to stop today's class. If you have any doubt, kindly contact me. Thank you children.